Not the best thing that we saw at CinemaCon this year, but one of the best things we saw at CinemaCon this year was the trailer for Oppenheimer. A almost 3-minute long preview, if you will, of the movie that left everybody in that theater with their jaws open, going, oh my God, this looks so effing amazing. And today, Christopher Nolan and Universal have dropped the trailer, this new trailer for Oppenheimer that is now online. I'll tell you what, when they first announced Oppenheimer, and they say, look, true stories, I'm a sucker for them. The story behind the person responsible for developing the atomic bomb. I mean, that is a trajectory of the human experience altering event, right? Our world is different today. Sometimes I forget we live in the world where one idiot can hit a button and potentially threaten all of our existence. I mean, it's really weird when you think about that. And seeing Matt Damon in this trailer going, this is the single most important thing that has ever happened. And it's like, you know what? He may not be all that far off. That might not be hyperbole. And the power of this trailer, it sucks you in. You feel in just a couple of minutes the weight of the severity of what is going on screen. And yet from a character perspective, you're incredibly enamored with what's going on. It just looks insane. It looks so good. And you forget, because we talked about it in the early development of Oppenheimer, the all-star cast. But once you start watching the trailer, you're remembering this thing is loaded. Check out some of these names. Florence Pugh, Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Kenneth Branagh, Gary Oldman, Jack Quaid, who's really hot right now, Josh Hartnett, Alden Ehrenreich, Rami Malek, one of the Skarsgårds from Vikings. He was the Viking Skarsgård. He was Floki.
Floki. Mm-hmm.
He was Floki in that. I mean, look at this cast.
I mean, there's only 6 people I didn't realize was in this movie till just now.
Right. I mean, just from looking at this cast list, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this has got, Christopher Nolan has never won Best Picture. This has got Best Picture contender written all over it. And now listen, Greg, before anybody, I can hear people screaming at their monitors, John, it's just a trailer. I get it, and I completely agree. It is just a trailer. We've seen plenty of great trailers to horrible movies. But since all we have is the trailer right now, come on, you got to admit, this is like Christopher Nolan's Oscar calling card, practically. At least that's what it looks like. Anyway, Chris, you saw the trailer at CinemaCon. We now got to watch it again. What do you think of this trailer?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm so glad I'm able to have people see this trailer now, because I just sounded kind of weird talking about how excited I was about this movie. Of just, oh yeah, you know, it's taking a lot of what was written in American Prometheus and exploring Oppenheimer, and it's all about the atomic bomb. And when you say stuff with that much enthusiasm about that kind of invention, people get a little confused and a little worried about why you're so excited. So when you see this footage, though, this looks so compelling, and you understand, too, there's so much going on here. There's espionage and intrigue. We have the issue of actually creating this technology with a very, very recalcitrant Albert Einstein featured in the trailer as well. You have this stacked cast of amazing people. You've got some child actors really coming into their own. Josh Peck is in a Christopher Nolan movie? What? There's a lot going on here, and this is one of the ones I really am the most excited for. I'm really looking forward to seeing this, because the footage we've seen looks just incredible, and I hope other people are excited about this, because it should be a film, too, that makes you really question in a kind of Jurassic Park style, just because we can, should we? And in a much more tangible way, because we've seen, obviously, the aftermath of what this invention did and how it did forever change how we fight wars, how we interact with others. It's devastating. And to see how this felt like the only way that people could move forward through the political landscape at the time is going to be a very compelling and very difficult thing to get through, to kind of go through that bit of history.
They do a great juxtaposition in the trailer where it's like, on the one hand, you have Matt Damon saying, so let me get this straight. There's a possibility that when we test this thing, we destroy the world.
Yep.
So then we as the audience are like, well, you can't possibly do it. But then we have Oppenheimer saying, the Germans are going to get the bomb. The Nazis are going to get the bomb. And I can tell you what Nazis will do if they get the bomb. So you have this, we absolutely must not do this, yet we absolutely must.
Exactly.
And that's a great counterpoint in there.
And this is the first venture Christopher Nolan has without Warner Brothers, right? This
The
is
first, and I don't know if it's the first in his career, but it's the first in a long time.
in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this new marriage, because I mean, Christopher Nolan obviously had that very public divorce from Warner Brothers
Yes.
when Jason Kilar at Warner Brothers decided to drop movies day and date on HBO Max. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Did you have a chance to see this trailer for Oppenheimer? I think it's mind-blowingly good. I mean, this thing has best picture potential written all over it. What did you guys, maybe you didn't think it was all that good. Maybe you loved it more than we did. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, MasterClass. With MasterClass, you can learn from the world's best minds anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn filmmaking from James Cameron himself, you know, the guy who made 3 of the 4 biggest films of all time. Improve your writing by taking screenwriting from one of the greatest who's ever done it, Aaron Sorkin. Or maybe learn how to make great comedic content by taking comedy by the one and the only Judd Apatow. And many of you guys know I'm a big poker guy, and I recently got a chance to sit down and watch Daniel Negreanu, one of the greatest poker players in the world, teach poker. It was absolutely fantastic. But guys, whatever you're interested in, there is a class for you with over 180 exclusive classes taught by the instructors you know and love. And you can explore lessons in any order you'd like across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, computer, and on the go with audio mode. Individual lessons range from about 10 to 15 minutes in length that fit easily into your everyday life. Guys, I highly recommend you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and as a John Campea Show listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/Campea now. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass.